Hello, Cancerians. How are you? For those of you who have been here before, welcome back. And for those of you who it's your first time here, welcome. I'm Denise. This is Surrender to the Flow, and we do a lot of that here. We try tarot. Today, I will be doing a general mid-monthly reading for the entire collective, all 11 placements, it doesn't matter where it is, of Cancer. And the way that the mid-monthlies are done are broken into decans. Decans, every astrological sign is divided into 3 parts called decans. And depending on where your birthday is, determines on which decan you fall into, 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to pull cards for 1, 2, 3, and then do full reading for each one. I'm going to leave timestamps for each decan plus the date, so you can just watch yours, but I want you to know before you do that every one of the decans is relevant to, there's overlap. They all tell one story, okay? So it's probably worth watching all, but you do you and whatever you need to do for you. Okay, so we're gonna start with tarot. I'm gonna pull 1 card for each decan from the Linestrider Tarot, and then we're gonna clarify. And I've been using the Elle Qui Oracle for that, and I use tarot. It'll just depend on what comes out. All right, so decan 1 is June 21st to the 30th. Decan 2 is July 1st to the 11th, and Decan 3 is July 12th to the 22nd. If Cancer is not your sun sign and it's any other placement, whatever decan your sun sign is in, use the same decan for the rest of your placements. You feel me? Okay, you ready? Here we go, Cancer. Oh, I didn't tell you what the question was. Sorry. The question that we're asking the universe for you is, what can you do to raise your energetic vibration from now to the rest of the month? Okay. Now are you ready? Am I ready? We're ready. Yeah? Here we go. Cancerians, Decan 1, June 21st to the 30th. Whoa! No way. There's no way. That's half a deck. Look at, I'm just gonna look through it real fast. No, I'm not even gonna do that. All right, interesting. Hold on. Weird. That was weird. Oh, I'm so curious as to why that happened. All right, here we go. Ready? Okay, Decan 1, Cancer. The Knight of Swords, the Ace of Cups, interesting. Okay. The 3 of Wands. The Queen of Cups. Those cards are like, you should have just read us all. There's like 10 of them. The 10 of Swords. Okay, Decan 2, July 1st to the 11th. 4 of Cups, 9 of Cups, it's definitely about love. The 10 of Pentacles, it's about relationship, clearly defining what that is for you, clearly getting a clearer, solid, grounded grasp on you, on who you are, and what your psychic gifts are, and what ways you love. And do you understand what I mean? Five of Swords sideways going into the reverse, which is good. That's good for Deacon 2, July 1st to 11th. Deacon 3, July 12th to the 22nd. Wow. Seven of Pentacles, sideways going into the reverse. Okay. On the split is the Three of Pentacles. This is for all three deacons. And on the bottom is the Four of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay, so this is very much about your legacy, your roots, your grounded self, right? Your ability to have a footing in reality, and merging, I think, your esoteric, psychic, intuitive things you're picking up, and learning how to transmute them so you stay grounded, right? So you have a solid footing underneath you. And so there's part of this has to do with shifting the way you look at yourself, or the way that you've viewed something. Taking the pain that you have been carrying and dispersing it. It's not alone, though. This is not you alone. This is you doing this with support. And so it could be that whoever is entering your life at this point has to be a contributor to the care and keeping of you, themselves, and your legacy. They're going to be tied into the foundation of your long-term, I don't want to say long-term legacy, but I don't know how else to say that. Do you feel me? Are you following me? It's about allowing yourself, I think, to receive abundance. Allowing yourself the opportunity to become everything you've dreamt of. Everything you've dreamt of. Career, lifestyle, partners, relationships, surroundings, all of that. It's all right here for you. And this is about, the rest of this month is about you allowing it in and allowing yourself to be. Does that make sense? Okay. So we'll start with Deacon 1, June 21st to the 30th. We're gonna pull, I'm deciding if we're just gonna do an Elle Qui, or we're going to do tarot too. I'm going to start with an Elle Qui, and then I'll see if I need to pull tarot, okay? I think we might for some, and we might not for others. All right, Ten of Swords. What can you tell Cancerians who resonate with Deacon 1 about the Ten of Swords and how that can help raise their energetic vibration? The Ten of Swords is when you have been through something so brutally painful and the worst is over. What's done is done, and it's now the aftermath, right? It's that moment right after the worst is done where you know it's time for something new, but you haven't quite moved into it yet. You know what I mean? Did I not show you the cards? I will. She who emerges. I'll show you the other ones. Sorry about that. Oh. She who loved once, Blue. My youngest kid's middle name is Blue, and they're a Cancer. Interesting, right? Fragile, secret love, rejection. She who battles is on the split. It's about knowing. It's about choosing your battles. It's about the word. It's about choosing your battles and how you battle. It's about being measured, right? Being measured with your words and your actions. Staying measured instead of chaotic. And on the bottom is she who creates, Shiala. Creativity, originality, spontaneity. All right, so the Ten of Swords is what you got. Let's read for Blue. She who loved one. Or no, should we read for Let's read for Shiala first. She who creates dresses to please herself. Everything she wears is a reflection of her true self. She decorates her face with makeup and grease paint to show off her inner fool. See the fool dancing upon the tambourine at her side? Shiala makes her own music too. There's a golden salamander on her shoulder that whispers crazy ideas. She chooses to follow the ones that appeal to her in the moment. She adores the ladybug in her hair and the dragonfly on her skirt. Spontaneity is her middle name, although those who don't understand her call her a risk. Shiala embraces the energy of making things shine in her own unique ways. This card is a call to be original and a reminder that following others and doing what others think you should do is simply not for you. You are being challenged to do something beyond the ordinary. Examine your world. Look for your own salamander and dragonfly guides to hint at where you need to be. The energy here is movement and change, but in original ways. Don't create another painting of a rose. Paint the thorns instead. Stretch your mind. Creativity isn't only paintbrush and canvas. It's cooking, crafting, writing, singing, and even teaching. Where will your originality shine? Interesting. So maybe this is about letting yourself be you and do that thing you've always dreamed of but have doubted and maybe feel like you don't have support in, but it's the thing that your heart, you know, that like your heart has drawn. It's your wish, you know, it's the thing that you really wish that you could do. It's the thing that you want to do. And it looks like you haven't had a lot of external validation, and this is saying you don't need it. Take all those swords out of your back, right? And let the flowers bloom there. Or moss, or wire, whatever makes you you. The questions for you to ask yourself are, what rut do I need to get out of? How can I shake things up in fun, creative ways? Who is the most spontaneous person I know? All right, and the one you actually got is Blue. Blue, she who loved once, has a sad demeanor because she is thinking about someone who no longer accepts her love. She wears a golden wreath on her dark hair and clasps flowers to her heart. From her glance, you can see she is feeling lost and alone now. The delicate dogwood flowers are meant to be given to someone special, but Blue hesitates in offering her love again. This card encourages you to explore your own feelings of vulnerability. There is always a risk in revealing your emotions. If you have a secret love, it can be a thrilling thing as much as a terrifying one. If you tell them how you feel, how will they respond? Will they appreciate your declaration or will they walk away? The only real way of knowing the answer is to hold out your gift. Let this card remind you that you weren't meant to love only once. If you suffer the anguish of rejection, allow yourself time to heal. When you are ready, pick new flowers, face the world head on so others can find you to offer you their love. You're coming out of the Ten of Swords, right? It's the aftermath. The worst is over. And this is all about you becoming you and you allowing you new things in and the real you, the truest version of you to shine and blossom. And perhaps it's about having a different kind of discernment when choosing who to give your flowers to, right? It's about developing that. So the questions for you are, who are the people I trust to love me? Hold on, the sun is blinding me. How's that? That's so much better. I can actually see. Wait, do we need this stupid light? It literally makes no difference. Okay. In what ways do I feel vulnerable? How can I best protect my fragile heart today? So it looks like for a lot of you, you are coming out of some extreme heartbreak. I don't think it's new. I think maybe what's new is that you're coming out of it, right? You're like, the new part is that you are now taking the steps, however long it has taken you to get here. You feel me? Okay. Deacon 2, July 1st to the 11th. 5 of Swords. It's sideways going into the reverse, which is where you want it. This is about self-deception, or it's about this deception. It's most often about self-deception, but it can be about other people deceiving themselves and bringing their drama to you. You feel me? So then now you're caught up in this fucking interaction that you don't need to be in, shouldn't need to be in. But let's see. I'm going to pull tarot on that one. And we're going to do Curious Creatures. Wait, no? We're doing the Lightseers? Okay. Yeah. What? I think we're doing Nicoletta. We are. Okay. I just do what they tell me, right? Okay. What can you tell Cancer about the 5 of Swords and what they can do that relates to the 5 of Swords to raise their energetic vibration right now? And can continue it for the remainder of the month. The moon. Oh, the star. The star is a reward from the universe. It's a gift for when you've gone through an almost intolerable amount of unfair shit. Because everyone has free will, right? And some of it's stuff you did to yourself, and some of it's stuff from other people, the choices they're making, and you've just been through a lot of shit, and the universe is like, I see you, you've been putting in the work, and here you go, son. Okay, wow, Major Arcana again. The 10 is the Wheel of Fortune is on the split. And the 9 of Pentacles, that's so beautiful. This is on the bottom, standing in your power, standing rooted and grounded and solid in your idea of yourself. It's not just an idea. You know who you are. You are actively doing the things for the care and keeping of yourself. And what actually came out is justice. I think this is the Strength card in this one. Hold on. Sometimes people flip so justice is 11 and strength is 8, but sometimes it's the opposite. Yeah, in this it's the Strength card. You're fighting the good fight. And the Queen of Swords. So they have like little symbols, and for this one, so I always forget what they are, but the Queen of Swords, which is Libra. If you have Libra in your chart, it could be any air sign, you don't have to, but it's about the energy of that, and the Strength card. It's about not deceiving yourself anymore, not letting others' projections onto you and taking them in as truth. It's about being able to see clearly the truth, be the truth, and to dive into your own inner well, your reserve. It's preserving your reserve. That's what this is. Your reserve is already built and it's already full. It's preserving it, right? All right, Deacon 2, or whoever, anybody resonating with this, that's awesome. Let's pull an Elle Qui for you. That's beautiful. Awesome. Okay. Where are we at in the time? 20. I have acupuncture. I can't remember if your monthly reading, you guys, I had acupuncture then too. I remember I was like running out and I kind of am pulling it close again, but not as close as it was last time. Okay. Yep. She who begins on the split. She who divines, Futura, on the bottom. And Abanolka. This came out yesterday for either Aries or Taurus. I don't remember who. Abanolaka. She who battles. I think this is very much the Queen of Swords card too, which is very interesting. Okay, we'll start with Futura first. Futura holds La Mort, the Death card in Tarot, and the Seven of Hearts, which signifies unconditional love, which is you, Queen of Cups, Cancer, unconditional love. One seems dire while the other seems like a fantasy, but they are simply messages for us to interpret. Like the dying key on her necklace, all are tools. Even the opal can be a stone of sorrow, chosen for the wrong reason. Opal is the birthstone of Libra, and you have a lot of strong Libra, so you may have Libra in your chart somewhere. Futura also wears an icon of the Virgin Mary representing the sorrows and the joys of women. Futura will help you see the opportunities that await you. This card points out that you have a choice to make. A decision is waiting to be made, but you must first review all the possibilities. Make sure you are investigating the many varied paths that lie ahead. Seeing clear sight, right? Truth, clarity. This could be an indication to ask someone else to help you delineate the choices before you. This could be therapy, support group, reading, you know what I mean? This card of looking into the future, this reading could be it, is a promise of hope, as long as you don't let the current issues hold you back. In order to move forward, you can't drag the past with you. From Deacon 1, right? Take time to peer into your window to see the future. Where will your feet take you next? Will your heart and head follow? Here are your questions. What do I need to know to make a decision? What has brought me to this point? Have I considered all factors and options? Okay. And Abanolaka. I cannot say that right, and I feel very silly every time I try. Just gonna call her Abba. When Abba appears, you would do well to gird your loins. Abanolaka is the Zulu word for fierce. She's not one to take the easy way out. Her preference is a dead-eye stare straight into the depths of what challenges her. Her bronze armor and war ribbons match her ferocious gaze, yet at the same time she wears a soft white dress that billows in the breeze, and she holds her sword back. As fierce as Abanolaka is, she's equally patient and knows sometimes the best strategy is to fight a battle with words, not swords, restraint, not aggression. You can find solace in your truth. Your truth is all you need. Stand in your truth. Be your truth. It might be unpleasant. It might be uncomfortable if you're not used to doing that. And other people that don't fit will fall away, but that's okay. You don't need them or want them. And you know what I mean? If you decide to stand and fight, remember her unwavering focus and complete commitment. She knows if she is first victorious in her heart, Cancer, she cannot be beaten. But there's a great saying, you do not have to attend every argument to which you are invited. You are not diminished by refusing to do battle. Often it takes greater strength to lay down your sword. By doing so, you may learn something that changes the entire scene. Your enemy may turn out to be a friend or a teacher rather than a taker. Whichever path you choose, stay fiercely committed to your decision, your questions. What is the battle at hand that I must take on? How would I feel if I refused this particular fight? What's really behind this conflict? All right, Deacon 2. Dopeness. Dopeness. Deacon 3, July 12th to the 22nd. 7 of Pentacles sideways going into the reverse, heading into the reverse. So the 7 of Pentacles is when a reassessment is needed. It's when you've been putting work into something, you've been putting focus and attention into something, and the time has come where you're like, I need to reassess this. Is this helping or hurting? What are we keeping? What are we getting rid of, right? So let's see how this, we're going to just pull an Elle Qui for this. And then I'll pull tarot if I need to. But the She Who Questions just fell out again. So it really looks like a lot of introspection needs to happen for you, but it's not thinking or discernment, it's knowing. It's questions and then sitting and letting the answers come, right? Or diving deeper underneath them. But it's not overthinking, okay? So you don't want to go into that. And if you find yourself getting confused and frustrated by the questions or the not knowing, that's a sign to remove yourself, go literally change your environment and what you're doing, and give yourself some space, right? All right, let's see what the 7 of Pentacles is for you. Manatili, she who remains, right? We had her. Standing in your power, in your truth. And that Queen of Swords energy, whether you have error in your chart or not. Renee, she who hopes. Blanche, she who brings light. Wow, there's a lot. Look at all this. Enid, she who doubts. Fear, wariness, trust. It makes sense since that reassessment is like this, right? And she who regrets. Eclat, battle, victory, bitterness. So this is all about being measured in your actions, responding and not reacting. As maybe in the past you have regrets from the way that you've responded or reacted in confrontations, conflict, interactions and stuff. And this is about being measured and taking a measured view of it. Okay? She who doubts, Enid. Did I not? I did show you this, didn't I? Gosh, my gosh, my gosh. Sorry. It's going this way. You don't want that to be in the reverse, because that shows a separation and a delay. The effing hell is Enid. Enid, where are you? Okay. Enid is learning how to let go of mistrust. She has scars, both visible and invisible, that have held her back from living fully. She carries an ornate emerald pendant, which is said to promote the truth. It calms the wearer and restores self-esteem. So clearly, if you can get an emerald anything, go for it. Even though Enid is young, she knows that allowing doubt to hold her back will only harm herself. With the cautious eye of a wary doe, Enid ventures back out into the world. The message of this card is to examine your own doubts. What I'm hearing, I'm going to stop this for a second, is that this is the young you of wherever this core wound started. This is you, because you are very much the Queen of Swords. You are very much in your power, right? So this is you taking that power and holding that part, that younger part of you, and letting her know that she is safe, she is worthy, she, he, they. You are enough. You are worthy of everything good. You are powerful. You are perfect exactly how you are. Whether you fit in with the masses or you don't, that doesn't matter. You are beautiful, you are you, and you are allowed and to shine and be you, okay? We've all been injured by life in one way or another. If we continue to hide in the shadows, then we allow those who did us injustices to win. Now is the time to let go of old misgivings and learn to trust again. Wariness is not a bad thing unless you are using it to give yourself permission to hide from life. Put on a trusty talisman. Wariness, discernment. Get yourself in a place where you are able to just tap into the discernment. You don't want to be thinking. You want to be able, you only want to use discernment when needed. Where you want to be, the state is knowing. And love, cups, emotions, Cancer is being. You understand? Put on a trusty talisman. Slip your scarf from your ears so all your senses are engaged, and trust in your own unique power. Questions. Who or what am I hiding from? How do my fears limit me? Where do I need to place my trust? Cancer, this is beautiful. I am so happy for you. I'm happy for you. You are becoming you. You are becoming you. Yay! Okay, thank you for coming and sharing space with me and sharing your energy with me, and for holding space for me so that I could attempt to translate the messages coming in for you. I hope that this helped. I wish you all the best, and I will see you again in about 2 weeks at your monthly reading for March. Okay, till then, bye.